The NFL has a long history of players who have left a mark on the game, but many new age fans for sure have grown a clouded memory, sometimes discrediting forgotten players who had talent. But this series is all about putting the spotlight on these players. From players with everlasting impact to Cinderella seasons to consistent underrated stars who never got the attention they deserve. I'll be covering it all, 3 players at a time. The first player we'll be covering is Jeremy Maclin, a hometown hero and a star receiver at Mizzou. Wide receiver Jeremy Maclin, drafted 19th overall, played 8 years in the NFL for Philadelphia, Kansas City, and Baltimore. He was a college star and showed promise young. Upon being drafted to Philly, he had a decent rookie season, and in the postseason of 2009, he became the youngest player to score a touchdown, and he set an Eagles receiving record with 146 yards. And though battling health problems, he produced good numbers, leading the league in red zone reception touchdowns with 7 in 2010. But after missing the whole 2013 season due to injury, he finally broke out his 5th career year. He was a Pro Bowl alternative this year and second in comeback player of the year voting. He caught 1,000 yards again the next season in Kansas City after signing a 5-year, $55 million deal, but after struggling with injuries the next year, they released him in 2017. He joined the Ravens, and after a mid-season, he was released, and in 2019, he announced his retirement. In his career, he was a one-time Pro Bowler, and for Eagles fandom is one of their big what-ifs. The next player we'll be taking a look at is Wayne Crebette. Nicknamed the Green Lantern, wide receiver Wayne Crebette went undrafted, playing 11 years for the New York Jets. He went undrafted out of college due to his unideal size. He was cut from a CFL team and went on to try out for the Jets. This would be his best decision yet, as he made the team and he was the team favorite from there. His sophomore year, he had a breakout game against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 7 in the loss, where he caught 12 of 15 targets on 162 yards and 1 TD. He converted on 5 third downs in this game, growing into his new nickname, Mr. Third Down. His best season came in 1998, where he racked up his first and only 1,000-yard season. While in this 11-year stint, his team consistently changed. He stayed consistent, building his legacy more than any stat ever could. Upon retirement, he ranked second in Jets receptions, and out of his 580 receptions, 379 of them were third down conversions. That's a whopping 65% of his catches being third down conversion. His jersey number 80, which he wore his whole career, has never been worn since he retired. The last player we'll be covering on this short video was Mark Brunell, the man who single-handedly brought life to Jacksonville football. Mark Brunell was drafted 118th overall and played 18 years for Green Bay, Jacksonville, Washington, and New York. When drafted to the Packers, he expected to back up, but after playing snaps in just 2 games in his first 2 seasons, he wanted to go somewhere where he would play. He became a part of the first trade in Jaguars history, and after a lackluster 1995, he broke out in 1996, having a career year, earning his first Pro Bowl. This season, he also led the Jags to the conference championship, where they lost to the Pats 20-6. He was one of the hottest QBs in the NFL that year, and the Jaguars had momentum coming into 1997. He followed the success with his best stretch of his career, and in 1999, he had his best year, earning his team a 14-2 record alongside Jim Smith, having the greatest Jaguars receiving season ever. In the playoffs, they kicked it off with a dominant 62-7 win against the Dolphins, but followed this with a disappointing and embarrassing loss to the Titans 33-14. He led the expansion Jaguars to the playoffs 3 of their first 4 years, but as his talent dipped around him, his production dipped, as he was benched in 2003. He was then traded to Washington in 2004, as he held every Jaguars passing record. In 2005, he made a final run for it, leading the Redskins to a 10-6 record in a playoff win, this marking the final year he had solid production. In the 2006 season 1 game, he threw and completed his first 22 passes, setting a record. But after being benched once again, he played for the Saints and the Jets before retiring after the 2011 season. On the New Orleans Saints, he actually collected a championship with them in 2009. But at retirement, he was a 3-time Pro Bowler, a 1-time Super Bowl champ, and finished 3rd in comeback player of the year voting in 2005. He led the league in passing in 1996 and was named Pro Bowl MVP in 1997. But these are just a few of the many forgotten players of the NFL, and you found the perfect channel to find more. So make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified for my next video.